Hi everyone, this is your maths teacher, Mr. Angelezondi. Maths Lit Grade 11. Today we are looking at surface area. We're actually carrying on a topic that we're busy with. We're currently looking at measurements. And by the end of today's lesson, you must be able to calculate surface area of rectangular prisms, cylinders using given formulae. Okay, now let's first look at our definition. Surface area is the area of all the faces or surfaces of an object added together. So that is surface area. And it is measured in square units. Okay, now let's look at the first shape. The first shape is a rectangular prism. That is basically looks like a box, and your box has 3 dimensions. It has a length, it has a height, and a breadth. Okay, the formula of the surface area of a rectangular prism is given as surface area is equal to twice the length times height plus twice the length times height plus twice the breadth times height. So this is your formula. Now before we carry on, so let's go back a bit. I need to show you how this formula was calculated. In the first part is 2 length times breadth. Let us first name our sides. Let me name this side the length. I name this one the breadth. And lastly, I'm naming this one the height. Okay? Now, so there are a number of faces. First of all, let me look at this front face. Okay, I'll label this one red. Obviously, this shape is a rectangle. Excuse me. Now, the area of this front face, the area of a rectangle, if you remember, area is, in this case, it's the length times this side is sorry, this side is actually the height. So times height. So I'm actually looking at the second one here. Length times height. Length times height. So this is the area here drawn in red. But now if you think about a box, there's another similar area on the other side. So on that next side of this box, we have an area of length times height, very similar to this one. So because there's 2 of them, it's twice as much. So 2 times length times height. That's the 2 times length times height. Let me use another color for different side. Now let's look at this top area. Remember, a surface area is basically the area of all the sides combined. Okay, now this top area is exactly the same as the bottom area, right? Okay. Now the area of the top, right, will be this long side, which is my length, times this short side, which is my breadth. So it's length times breadth. Length times breadth, right? Because the top and the bottom are exactly the same, actually two areas that are equal to length times breadth. Right? Thus, okay, my yellow. Thus this area here. Twice the length times height. Times breadth, I mean. And lastly, let me use another color. Let me maybe use green for this one. Now, this last, the side, remember there's two sides. There's this side on the right and this side on the left. The area of this side on the left in green, area will be the breadth times the height, right? That's the area of this green shape. Now, obviously there's two sides. So there's 2 times breadth times height, right? There's 2 times breadth times height. So there's 2 times breadth times height, right? Because there's the left side and the right side. Thus, we have 2 times breadth times height. So that's how this formula came about. Now, what you need to be careful of is sometimes they'll give you a box similar to this one, but without a lid, right? Without a lid, open box on one side. Obviously, if it's an open box on one side, that means only one side or only one area of the side will be calculated. Right? So your formula will be something like this. And let me maybe use grade again. So for an open box, your formula will be twice length times breadth plus twice length times height. Now, because it's open, there's only one side. Remember, you only calculate the areas that you can see and touch, right? So if it's open, you cannot touch it. It's not there. So plus breadth, just one breadth times height, right? So that should be a formula of an open box, basically. Okay, the next shape is a cylinder, right? Cylinder is like a can. Right. Now, with the cylinder, there's a number of things that we need to actually understand before you actually understand how this formula was derived. Right? Okay, a cylinder has on top, what shape is this on top? What shape is this? Okay. Also there at the bottom. Okay, this shape is a circle, right? And there's 2 circles, right? There's a circle on top and a circle at the bottom. So a circle on top. So there's your circle. And a circle at the bottom. There's your, should be the same size. Okay? Okay, those should be the same size, learners. Now, what is the area formula for a circle? Right? The area formula for a circle, if you recall from previous lessons, pi times r squared. It is an area of a circle. obviously, cylinder this is closed. How many circles are there? There's two. So there's two areas. Again, with this one, it will be area of this bottom circle pi times r squared. Okay, I think so far so easy, so far so good. Now, in total, you have two circles. So those two circles, this circle and this circle will actually give us two circles, 2 times pi times r squared. Right. Now notice this is the same as what you see here at the bottom. 2 times pi times r squared. So that's how this second part came about. Now let's look at this first part. How did this first part come about? How did this first part come about? Now, obviously, if you look at the shape, right, this middle shape, what shape do you think it is? Right? If you were to basically cut it up and lay it flat on the floor, what shape would this be? Right? This shape will actually be a rectangle shape. Right? Rectangular shape. Right? Now, for a rectangular shape, okay, the formula for a rectangle, if you recall from previous lessons, area. In this case, remember, we have the height because we're going up. You can say length times height. Area of this rectangle is length times height. So this will be your length. Sorry, this will be your height. It's your height. Right? And this is your length. But the one thing that you must notice, this length, let me just use a different color to show you exactly what I want to tell you. This length is exactly the same length as the circumference of the circle, right? This length, even though does not look like that from my diagram, but this length is exactly the same as the length of the circle, right? The circumference of the circle. And what is the formula for the circumference of the circle? Right. Circumference of the circle, it's 2 times pi times r, right? That is the circumference of the circle, right? So now, substitute your length with the formula for circumference. It is 2 times pi times r, right? So your length is 2 times pi times r times your height, right? Okay, now notice that this equation is the same as this from first part of the surface area. 2 times pi times r times h for height, right? So the formula for a cylinder is surface area is equal to 2 times pi times r times h, right? There it is. Plus 2 times pi times r squared, right? Okay, so that's how the formula came about. Obviously, if it's a can that's open, right? If it's an open can, if there's no lid, for example, then your formula will change a bit. Right? Then your formula will change a bit. Your formula will let's put some space. Okay. If it's an open can, then your formula will be surface area is equal to, remember the side will be there, 2 pi r h plus, right? Because there's only one cycle, right, that you can see and touch, plus if it's an open, let's say open can, plus the cycle pi r squared, right? If it's open. But if it's closed, then it's 2 pi r squared. Okay, hopefully you guys can understand what's happening. Now let's look at examples, right? Okay, the first question reads, question 11, Jabulani is a skilled welder. He makes cylindrical money tin and rectangular money boxes as shown below, right? So there's your cylinder, and then there's your rectangular box. Okay. The dimensions are given. Right. For your cylinder, you have your height, right? This is height of the cylinder. And then remember there's 2 circles. And then you have 6. 6 in this case is your R, is your radius. Okay? And now, next shape. The next shape is the rectangular box. You have the height of 15 centimeters, the length of 15 centimeters, and then you have the breadth or the width of 8 centimeters. Right? In an exam, always do this. Always identify what each number means. Okay, apologies for the echo. Right, so I hope you guys can hear me well. Now, the first question. Calculate the surface area of the cylindrical money tin, right? What is the surface area of the money tin? What is the surface area of the money tin? Given the formula, surface area is equal to 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r h. Okay. My height is 15 and my r radius is 6. So my height is 15 centimeters. Then my radius is 6 centimeters. Okay, I've made that very easy for you. I think now it's very easy to actually complete the sum. Now I need you guys to calculate the surface area of the cylindrical money tin using this formula, right? It's actually and the sum maybe 2 minutes, about 2 minutes to do, right? So I'm giving you guys about 2 minutes to calculate the surface area of a cylinder with height 15 centimeters and radius 6 centimeters. Right? what is the service area. Now, as soon as you get your answer, I need you guys to write your answer on the chat. I'm giving you guys about 2 minutes for 11.1, calculating the surface area of the cylinder above. Okay, so we can start now, and then after 2 minutes, I'll show you how you're supposed to do this one. We have 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining for this sum. 1 minute, 30 seconds. As soon as you're done, you can just write your answer on the chat provided. Okay, while you are completing number 1, giving you length, breadth, and height for number 2. You have less than a minute remaining from number 1. Seconds remaining. Ten seconds left for number 11.1. Okay, your time is up. Okay, let's see how well you did. Okay, I can see your answer. Jared, I can see your answer. Now let's see if you're correct for number 1. Okay, now obviously, it's actually helpful for you to first write each quantity that you need, right? Each variable that you need, and make sure that the units are the same. So you can see units are the same, they are all centimeters. Only then can you carry on. And then write the formula as is, substitute your values into the formula. Remember, when you are squaring your radius, 6 squared is actually the same as saying 6 centimeter times 6 centimeter. Right, keep that in mind. And then first simplify the first part. Right, substitute your values for the second part, your 2, your pi, your r, which is 6, then your h, which is 15, there it is. Simplify. Then the answer is 791,784. Right. So that is your answer to number 1. And I must say, Jared, you are spot on. Well done. Well done. So keep it up. Okay, next question. 11.2. 11.2. You know, let's go back to the diagram, you can see that the height, length, and breadth are all given in centimeters. I need you now to use this formula to calculate the surface area of the rectangular money box. Right. Again, I'm giving you guys 2 minutes. Right. In fact, if you are able to finish in 2 minutes, it means you're very, very fast. Because as a rule of thumb, for every 1 minute that you are given, you should be able to do 1 mark. 1 mark, 1 minute. So 4 minutes, 4 marks. But for you, because you guys are very, very quick, I'm giving you 2 minutes for 4 marks. Right? Obviously, if Jared can do it, we all can. What is the surface area of a rectangular box? Given that the length is 15 centimeters, the breadth is 8 centimeters, the height is 15 centimeters. Don't forget to give me your units as well. Give me your units, learners, as well. Need to know your unit as well. Okay, we have 1 minute and 30 seconds left. So the answer there, Jared, your answer is correct, just that your units are supposed to be centimeter square, not centimeter cube, because cube is for volume, and currently we're looking at area of the surface. So area is always given as square unit. Square unit, Jared, not cubic unit, but your answer is correct. Okay, 1 more minute. 1 more minute to go. What is the surface area of the rectangular money box? Okay, 20 more seconds. Okay, your time is up. Okay, let's see how well you did. Number 2. Jared, well done for your units, right? You have square units now, centimeter square, so that's excellent. But let's see if you're correct. Okay, number 2, first write out your variables. Ensure that the units are the same. And then if units are the same, proceed. First write the formula as you see it on the question paper. Then you see you're now substituting your values. Your length is 15. Your breadth is 8. Plus your length is 15 again. Times your height, which is 15. Right? Plus it is your breadth is 8, right? 8, and then times your height. Your height is 15. Simplify. If you simplify, it's 120. 15 times 8 is 120. Centimeter times centimeter is centimeter square. Plus 15 centimeters times 15 centimeters. It's 225 centimeters square. And lastly, 8 centimeter times 15 centimeter. It's 120 centimeter square. So your answer is 465 centimeter square, right? So I think Jared was correct. Well done there, Jared. You are on fire. You see that you are actually going to excel in MathSlit. Oh yeah. In fact, you're already excelling in MathSlit. Now let us look at the last question for this first activity. It says, which container is more economical, right? Which container is more economical for Jablani, right? Obviously, if he sells these two containers with the same amount of money, which one is more economical, right? So you need to choose. It's either cylinder or the rectangular prism. Remember, the cylinder had 791 square centimeters, and then your rectangular box had about 465 of material. Which one is more economical? By the way, when I say economical, I actually mean which one is cheaper to make, right? Which one will cost Jablani less material to make? That's all I actually mean. Which one will cost Jablani less material to make? Okay, Priyanka says it's a cylinder. Cylinder is more economical, right? And let's see if Priyanka, she's correct. Okay. Now, looking at these two areas, you can see that the cylinder needs more material to make, right? The cylinder needs more material to make, whereas the rectangular box needs less material to make. So it will actually cost Jablani more money to make a cylinder than it will cost him to make a rectangular prism, right? So in this case, okay, the correct answer, guys, don't be shy, you seem a bit shy today. The rectangular prism is more economical because it requires less material to make, right? It requires less material to make, right? So it is more economical for Jablani to make the rectangular prism. Okay, next question, which is the last question for the day. It reads question 6. Mrs. Mpanza runs a small business from her home. She buys different types of laundry baskets and covers the inside of the baskets with fabric. Right? Then she resells them. Right? She buys, covers the inside with special fabric, right? And then resells them. Okay, these are the dimensions. Right? They're given that dimensions of the rectangular prism, the breadth is 40 centimeters, the length is 60 centimeters, then the height is 1 meter. Likewise, the cylinder, the radius is 35 centimeters, and the height is 1 meter. Right? So this one seems simple. Question 1, how much fabric will Mrs. Mpanza need in square meters to cover the sides and the base, right? Sides and the base on the inside, but no lid, right? Of the rectangular laundry basket, right? There's no lid, so one area is actually missing, right? So you can see we have one of those, but two of the others, right? So using this formula, you don't need to change the formula, use it as is. I want to know what is the surface area of the rectangular laundry basket. Now let's look at the dimensions. Height is 1 meter, the length is 60 centimeters, and the breadth is 40 centimeters. Right? So the breadth is 40 centimeters, 40 centimeters. Please do the sum for me, 6.1. The length is 60 centimeters. And lastly, the height is 1 meter. Okay. I want to know what is the surface area, right, of the amount of fabric that Mrs. Panta will need. Right. 4 minutes. I'm giving you guys maybe 3 minutes this time around. Right. But 3 minutes to do 6.1. Right. As soon as you are done, make sure that your answer is Matsepo. Host Matsepo's hand is up. Host, can you kindly unmute Matsepo?
Sir. So can I ask, first, do you have to convert the meter to centimeters to calculate the whole thing, or you have to do it while it says meters, because of the others say centimeter?
Okay, that's the very easy. The answer must be in meters. Change your dimensions to meters first. They all must be meters. Only then can you substitute your values to the formula. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You cannot change the last answer to meters, right? It will be difficult to change your answer to meters because as convention you do not know. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
And you're also not allowed to substitute values that have different units.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Nice, great question. Okay, I'm giving you guys about 2 minutes for the rest of 6.1. You have about 2 minutes to complete 6.1. Guys, remember, mental list is very, very easy if you know what you're doing. So the more you do, the better you know, the higher your marks. Okay, 1 more minute for number 6.1 because I don't have infinite amount of time. But as soon as you get your answer, feel free to write it on the chat. But let me show you how I actually did 6.1. Okay, first of all, my answer must be right? My answer must be in meters squared, right? So all of my variables must be in meters. All of them must be in meters, right? Okay, so my length is 0.6. Remember, 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. So to change from centimeters to meters, to change from 100 to 1, divide by 100 to get 1. So to change from centimeters to meters, you divide by 100. So your meter, the length is 0.6. And then your breadth is 0.4. Then your height is 1. Right? So all you do, first of all, write the formula as is. Then where you see length, replace it with your length, which is 0.6 in meters, remember? And then your breadth is 0.4. Okay, there it is. Plus, and I don't forget to actually indicate your pluses and your multiplication signs. 2 open brackets, your length is 0.6 times your height is 1, close bracket, plus 2, right, there's your 2, open bracket, your breadth is 0.4 times your 1 meter, close bracket. To simplify, this point is very important, right? Very important to simplify for extra marks, and then write your answer with correct units, right? Remember, a meter square plus a meter square plus a meter square, the answer is a meter square, right? Most journals will actually say it's m to the power 6, which is incorrect. If you're adding, that would change, right? Only if you multiply. For example, if you're multiplying a meter by a meter, right? Then the exponents are added. As you saw in this case, right? Meter times the meter is meter squared. So your answer is 2.24. Okay, I actually don't have much time, but let's just read 6.2 together. Calculate the amount of fabric needed to cover the base and the sides of the inside of the cylindrical laundry basket. Run off your answer to the nearest square meter. There's your formula. All you need to do, you need to know what is your R, right? Right. Your pi is given as 3.11466.142. And then your height, right? You must first know these values. Then all you do, you substitute those values to your formula. I think this is 6 centimeters. And then your height is, I think it's 15 centimeters. Where does it come from? Okay, sorry. It's 35 centimeters. Think about the previous question. 35 centimeters and 1 meter. My bad. It's 1 meter. Your height. And then this is 35. Make sure that the units are in meters first, right? Okay, in the interest of time, let me just show you the correct answer, right? Because I don't have time left. Okay, this is what I did. Made sure that my radius is in meters. Then I substituted my radius, pi, and my height into the formula. And then my answer was 2,9673, right? Or 2,97 if you are running off two decimal places. Okay. Now that's all for today. Now ensure that you have the same units before you substitute your values, which is very, very important. And then a useful link, you can download Mind the Gap Study Guide from the Department of Education, Basic Education website via this link. And then next lesson, okay, should I be around on Monday? We'll be looking at volume. Right? Should I be around? This might be my last lesson, learners. So if I don't see you again, it has been a pleasure teaching all of you. I wish you guys all the best.